Trojan on the beat.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Yes indeed. Red Nugent on the beat. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another AMA Ask Me Anything Sunday live stream. Let's go. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Boy, it's rumblings, rumors of a crypto exchange on the brink of collapse. We'll take a look at some tweets. We'll take a look at some Reddit posts. We'll take also a look at what the COMEX CME actually is about to do to the silver market again. This is not about taming volatility, ladies and gentlemen. This is about potentially a bank or a holder of a short on silver. The CME is trying to bail them out. I think you don't need to increase margins this much after, especially, what happened to the circuit breakers? We didn't get any circuit breakers on the way down. We only get circuit breakers on the way up. That's how you know the game is rigged. Barbados in the house, my God. That's how you know the game is rigged. There's only circuit breakers on the way up. None on the way down. I don't understand it. In this market. In the silver market. Now, in other markets, it's the other way around. They got circuit breakers on the way down, but none on the way up. Again, this is how you know the game is rigged. It should be the other way around, right? It should be both ways. If this is truly about volatility and slowing the markets down, there were no circuit breakers triggered on the CME COMEX on this past Friday. They just let that boy fall. They just let it fall. But on the way up, they want to definitely slow it down. Why? You have to ask why. You have to ask why. Again, hit that like button. We got a lot of people in here. We got to get those thumbs up matching how many viewers we got in this joint. So help us right now. We're going to get into the nitty gritty. Hopefully the information I give you tonight will help you. And yeah. Jonah says, holding my coins, peace and love on the circus show that we're on. Absolutely. Jeremy Galloway says, physical silver and gold is what you need. The banks and elite are exiting the paper. Not sure about crypto, but I don't see how they combine that and save the system. I see it as a replacement, but not saving it. Also, if dollar not the world reserve currency anymore, American standard of living has to fall off a cliff, and you are absolutely right. It is already falling off of a cliff. It is already falling off of a cliff. Crypto Don Juan in the building. What's going on, brother? My opinion on XRP, no utility, straight speculation. So it's just I can't give you any fundamentals because it's not going to be used in any meaningful way by any major organizations. I know they always spread those rumors about what bank is picking it up in Japan, this and Japan that. Not going to happen in a broader perspective. From a broader perspective, look, the Federal Reserve has already created their own system called FedNow. That system has nothing to do with XRP. It has nothing to do with any other coin. So pure speculation on XRP, whichever the way the wind blows it. Jonah says, squeezing out the little people. That's what's happening here. D. Fuente says, yes, indeed. Them circuit breakers are fixed. Absolutely. Hy been in the building. That's my guy. Indy Rock. We got West Michigan in the building. Yes, indeed. Show me some love. Let me know where you're tuning in tonight on this Sunday as we start the week off. It is volatile as hell, boy. My goodness, what is going on? What is going on in these streets? So let's kick it off. Indy says, is silver rolling into crypto? Most people expect a bear market in 26, but it's fun and wild. It's F to witness. Is silver rolling into crypto? No. Silver is not going to be rolling into crypto. If anything, crypto is rolling into precious metals. Bitcoin is almost touching the support of 2024's high of 73K. Lord have mercy. Are we visiting Elmo? Let me know. Do we visit Elmo? Are we visiting? Drop a 1 if we're visiting Elmo this year. Prospector, was anyone able to buy silver under 84, including premiums during the crash? No, I'm still waiting on my first order. How about that? Jeez Louise. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Bloodalytics is where you need to be. All right, now, Bloodalytics, unfortunately, you know, I keep it realer dealer than holy filler. We did not catch this this drop because the drop happened strategically. They did this on purpose. The drop happened strategically on a Saturday.
I thought you were street smart, bro.
I thought I was pretty smart too, bro, but goddamn, they got us, man. They got us, ladies and gentlemen. They hit us on a Saturday. This is really when nobody is in the markets. This is intentional. Something is going on. We got the move started on Saturday. Smacked us down. Smacked us down. And so, you know, we don't trade on Saturdays. Scalpalytics Pro is off on Saturdays and Sundays, ladies and gentlemen. We work 5 days a week. It's off on Fridays and Saturdays because normally, even if, here's the problem with this. If you were trading this and you caught this, guess what's going to happen next week? You're going to, over time, if you trade on the weekends, it's going to take all that money back. So, yeah, this looks good. You know, you would have gotten some here, a big something here. But eventually, your behavior of trading on the weekends is ultimately going to lead to you losing all that money and then some. It's called risk of ruin. It's called risk of ruin. So you have to play it safe. You have to play it strategic and keep it consistent. That's how you last in this game. That's the only way I'm able to last in this game. You got to just keep it consistent with your trading strategy and how you play it out, because trading on the weekends is a dangerous thing, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look at Bitcoin. It is moving. It is going up and down all around. What the hell is going on right now? Up, down, and around. Look at that wick. We tried to get down there. We came down, touched that low from over on Saturday, and now we're heading back lower again. Jeez. Jeez Louise. So let's get into some of the articles that will at least give us some clarity on what's going on in these streets. I want to do that, but first let me get over to CoinMarketCap and see what we got going on from a macro perspective. Wee, market cap at 2.6 right now, $2.6 trillion market cap. And just to put this into context, I think I mentioned this either on a stream last week, and I did. Gold's rally from last Sunday to Wednesday was like triple the entire, or double the entire market cap of crypto and triple the market cap of Bitcoin. So that keeps, you know, that lets you know how small this market really is. It is a small market. Weekends on drugs. Yes, indeed. Small market. Okay. The precious metal game is nothing to be compared to crypto. Ain't even in the same league. All right. It's not even in the same league. What we got going on with silver? Silver, Scalpalytics Pro. Man, look at this. Look at this profit. If you would have been trading Scalpalytics silver COMEX, the 15-minute chart is available as a signal, one-time, one-off parameter pack for all of my subscribers who have already signed up for one of the Scalpalytics Pro services. You can purchase a one-time, one-off of the silver's 15-minute chart on COMEX. It is going crazy. Definitely check into that, because we this short, we would have, you would have initiated this short on Thursday of this past week and caught all of that run down, ladies and gentlemen. Hyman says it's the partial shutdown that's causing this. I don't think the poly market called this one right. Interesting. Interesting. So let's get into the first article I want to take a look at. Silver getting slammed back down right now. But I'm going to give you some context, and this should help you understand what we're up against, as far as this is not an average sell-off. Bitcoin down 10% for the year. Told you we're going to go lower before we went higher and close the year on a positive note. I think we got a lot more to go, because wait until this man opens up on Monday morning. Strategy, the MNAV is looking real good right now. That's because Bitcoin's price has dropped, but Friday's strategy stock was on a slight rally. It was up, 5%. So if this is a ratio between the market cap of the stock and their Bitcoin holdings, Bitcoin has dropped, but the market cap of their stocks were actually up. It closed up 5%. So there's a delta, right? It's a big delta. The stock value is much higher than the value of their Bitcoin. But wait until this reprices on Monday. Oh boy, I'm sure MicroStrategy, or Strategy, I keep calling MicroStrategy, Strategy stock is going to get slaughtered. Might see a gap down on Monday morning for M Strategy. Down we go, he says. Weekly close, the lowest in a while for Bitcoin. Yeah. I'm bottom feeding right now, though. I'm not even going to lie to you. Let's take a look at this, because now is rumblings that news is coming out that Binance was the cause of the October 10th crash. I'm starting to see a lot of, I don't know where this information is coming from. It's kind of late, but evidently it is spreading, and people are starting to report this. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. So OKX CEO, Binance USDE yield campaign caused the October crash. I believe this might be new information that was just revealed. OKX CEO has attributed the $19 billion October 10th market collapse in Binance to Binance's high yield promotion of USDE, which created a fragile leverage loop that shattered. However, some other people came out, including Athena Labs founder Guy Young, refuting these claims, noting that USDE depegged after Bitcoin price bottom. So there's a back and forth going on right now in the crypto Twitter sphere about who caused this, since the OKX CEO came out and said something. Don says, Crypto Don Juan says CZ was short. Look at this tweet. No complexity, no accident. 10 out of 10 was caused by irresponsible marketing campaigns by certain companies. On October 10th, tens of billions of dollars were liquidated, as CEO of OKX observed clearly that the crypto market's microstructure fundamentally changed after that day. Blaming on CZ. That's the easy way out, right? I wonder why the crypto markets hate CZ so much, man. He's actually been, in my opinion, not a bad figure in this space. Better than Michael Saylor. Round of applause for that. He's a better face and advocate to me than Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor is a psyop. Michael Saylor is going to cause Bitcoin to visit Elmo. I'm telling you. Michael Saylor is going to cause us to go take a visit to see Elmo, ladies and gentlemen. And this is not even where Elmo. I just had to bring it up so you can, have a reminder. But Elmo actually resides down here. That's the real. Will the real Elmo please stand up? 34,000 range, 42, somewhere around this, give or take 34 to 40 something is where Elmo resides. He's waiting to catch us. He's waiting to catch us in hell where you're welcome to sell. I know a lot of you are going to sell right down here in the bottom. Right at the bottom, you're going to capitulate with Elmo. And then that's when we'll take a rally and blow this popsicle stand. I'm telling you. We'll see though. We'll see. So let me I got some interesting tweets for us to go through tonight. Some for crypto, and I got a good juicy one for you on the precious metal side. We got to take a look at what they're trying to do. This is why you can't, this crash has nothing to do with fundamentals. This is, and I'm not being conspiratorial here. I'm telling you fundamentally what is going on. Actions. I'm going to show you proof what they're trying to do here. We all know JP Morgan covered their short right at the smack dab bottom of the silver spike or drop, I should say, wick on Friday. They covered their shorts. So it's a coordinated attack to slam the price of silver because somebody is in trouble. Do we know that MicroStrategy has aside the short put and the physical call raid on silver? I don't even know a Bitcoin BCH story. Definitely crypto is down, but I feel like FLR on XRP, like, yeah, I don't know anything about that. 33K is BlackRock's buy-in price when their ETF dropped. But remember, BlackRock they're not a net buyer or sell. So what they're doing is just holding on behalf of their customers. Custodial, like they don't care which way it goes, honestly. I think that's a big misconception. They're making money on the spread. So either way, they're going to make money in rent seat. They're going to make money either way. They don't have really a dollar. They're not net long. I believe they just facilitate the ETF for their customers. But at any rate, Mr. Bitcoin look at what he says here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Bitcoin has just touched a 12-year support trend line. And last time, at this point, and this was earlier today, we blasted through that. So that's no longer the case, buddy. That was at 87. That was at 87. We're at 77. Jeez. He's probably talking about this green line that I've had drawn here for the longest. Maybe not. I don't know where he's getting his numbers from. Maybe that's the same line. I can't tell. Last time price met this level, Bitcoin exploded by over 4x. Fasten your seatbelts. This could get wild, he says. What y'all think about that? This guy says, hey, buddy, update your chart. We clearly aren't at 87K. We broke through your trend line. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay, buddy. The Hunter, look at this. He said he got blocked by CZ. CZ and Binance are crashing out, unfollowing and blocking people who speak the truth. Why? CT is fighting cancer before it's too late. Huh? They can't handle what CT is exposing. 10 out of 10 was, or 10-10, that's October 10, was Binance failure. They knew it. The worst liquidation in crypto history, worse than FTX collapse. So everyone's kind of retroactively looking at that now. CZ pulled the final trigger. I remember that day clearly, talking about a super cycle quote while dumping on users behind their backs. Projects once promoted aggressively. Aster, gold 10, now trading near 5 or 50 cent. Reflect the cost of this behavior. Daily market manipulation, all season killer because of their greed. So he's coming with nothing. This is unsubstantiated. This is just, he's lost money. These are the types of, again, you start seeing the conspiracies when people start losing all their money. They got to blame it on somebody other than themselves. Now, you guys know I've been out of the market. 80% of my bag, my portfolio has been in, I won't say which one, but in stable coin since $68,000 Bitcoin. So I'm feeling good. I know I look like a dummy going away all the way to 120, but this is the problem with most people. They have an entry plan, but they never have an exit plan. Never have an exit plan. This is why you have to have an exit plan. I had an exit plan. It was $78,000, and I had to live by that, and I had no problem living with that because I knew we were going to come back. Nothing goes up forever. So I'm still kind of weighing it out. I'm trying to see what we're going to do here, if we're going to go lower. I'm hoping so that my average dollar cost basis back into the market will be lower than where I exited. That's the plan. Hey man, put it all together. Don't take my advice. I'm just speaking on my own opinions and views, not financial advice, my friend. No, CZ didn't block me. CZ didn't block me. CZ used to follow me. I don't know if he does anymore, but he used to follow Crypto Blood. Let's see who else. What else we got here? This guy right here. I'm gonna start backwards. I'm not gonna give you the first one. I'm gonna give you the recent one. I'm gonna give you the latest or last oldest one first. So I picked this up and peeped this the other day on the 31st. This guy Borg came out of nowhere. Oh, that's a different guy actually. So Borg comes out of nowhere and says top exchange is about to collapse. I said, interesting. Interesting. That's all he had to say. Sounds like clickbait to me. Sounds like clickbait to me. This guy says this one. I hope Tom Lee does this part. I can't stand that guy, man. Always wrong. But he's not an exchange, so it can't be BitMine. Then he comes out today. It's not one, but two exchanges now who are about to collapse. Run away. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But then we get this. And this is today as well. Binance has just started liquidating millions worth of crypto. They are on a non-stop dumping of Bitcoin and ETH every few minutes. On-chain data never lies. So let's look at this on-chain alleged data coming from hot wallets from Binance. I mean, but what does this really mean? You're looking at exchange hot wallet outflows, you idiot. And you are saying Binance is dumping? Come on, man. This is just an exodus from Binance to other exchanges. Seeing lots of posts of people closing their Binance account is what he's saying. So even if this is the case, if they're not fully unfractionalized, if that's the proper word, then a fleeing of deposits could cause some issues on Binance. If they're not fully hedged, if they're not one-to-one, they got to come up with that money. If people are asking to withdraw their funds, they got to come up with the money. So we shall see what happens. The rumors are swirling. I'm not too convinced yet. I think this has more to do with a macro move out of crypto into precious metals. And I actually think there's something going on behind the scenes with MicroStrategy. I do. I think they're going to be making an announcement soon. It's not a liquidation announcement. I think they're going to be making an announcement stating that they're going to have to stop buying Bitcoin. If that happens, that's all you need. You just need them to not be able or have the capacity to buy more Bitcoin. That's how much of a corner they've painted themselves into, as to they can't stop buying. If they stop buying, man, it's over. Now, if they start selling, it's really over. Which is the second. So what I'm hearing is the second one they're saying, I don't believe this at all. Coinbase. Listen, Coinbase is never going to go out. It's a publicly traded company. The powers that be, Wall Street, that's Wall Street's darling. That is not going to happen. Binance, on the other end, they would love for Binance to go out. The Western society, the Western entities, United States would love for Binance to go out. So I can understand Binance, but not Coinbase. They're getting held hostage. I'm with you. Coinbase is goody. I can't see Coinbase going out. Everyone mad at CZ for not continuing Jeff's Ponzi. Supposedly, are we still connected? Connection. I think I'm back. I think I lost connection there for a minute. Hey, I was saying something too real. Bit get cracking. Something is up. I really think that I think it's MicroStrategy, y'all. CZ blocked Chico, yeah. A lot of people block Chico, man. He be on a bumper, boy. He be on a bumper. GTO in the building. What's going on, brother? We back. I was speaking some realness, man. They trying to cut crypto blood out. I'll be fresh as hell when the Fed's watching. Quit talking about CZ. Right, bro. Like, I've never had a freaking live stream go down like this. This is insane. Wow. And it wasn't my internet. I was looking at my internet feed. It was not my internet. So let's look at this. Let's get into the silver for tonight. Y'all got any questions? Drop them in the chat room right now. Scalpalytics Pro on deck. We're looking. Ain't nothing really going on right now. I skimmed some of it, like I went long on at 76,600 range. In this range right here, just skimming a little bit. Hit my stop loss below 75. I'm looking for a big boy here. I'm looking for an extension up to that trend line. That's another 4% from here. This is just a manual trade I put on deck, not a Scalpalytics Pro algo signal. We don't get busy until tomorrow morning. Or at least I tell you guys, don't trade Scalpalytics Pro until 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30 U.S. Open. You can trade during the UK. I'm just not up at that time. And I tend to see better signals and better trades, more accurate trades placed during U.S. time zone. At the beginning, though, if you get in at the beginning, you'll be done by noon, 1 o'clock. You can, get on with the rest of your day. Anyone find silver price for Shanghai? Of course, I got that, brother. I got that. I'm gonna pull that up for you right now. Shout out to Mike over at RTD for giving me this new website to check out the silver price and get a real-time spread on premium between Shanghai, US, COMEX, and also India. I like that too. India is number 2 in buying precious metals. So we got currently sitting at COMEX 83.92, Shanghai 122. Oh my lord! You got after having Hotep Jesus on talking about Jay-Z, you gotta fly under the radar, CB. Amen. Amen. Say man, like the Memphis boy says. Amen. Say man. Look at that. Shanghai, China. 122. Look at the spread. A 45% spread. Come on, y'all. No real market can sustain this. This would have closed a long time ago. Well, the spread widened on Friday with the COMEX drop. They purposely crashed us on Friday, and we're going to get into that. But look at that. That is not, in normal markets, this is not a real scenario. You cannot have, I'm going to zoom in some more. You cannot have a 45% spread on anything. Arbitrage would have taken that out immediately. So clearly there's some hanky-panky stuff going on over here in the U.S. India sitting at 112, a 34% spread. Unrealistic. Yes, Shanghai is open. I think it's open. It might not be. COMEX is open. Shanghai probably opens at 9, 10. What time is Shanghai open? I never tried this, but does that mean you can do arbitrage on silver from US to Shanghai? Not really. It has to be a physical move. It would have to be a physical. So you have to be a big boy to make that move, because you have to have it shipped over, and then you buy it here in the U.S. on the COMEX, get physical delivery. So really, if anyone were to exploit this, it would have to have been contracts that had expired and requests for physical a month ago. So those individuals will just now be getting their, soon getting their physical. Then they can go ship it. However, I don't know the logistics of that, who they would go through, ship it over to Shanghai, sell it on the market. Again, even if that costs you 15, 20%, let's say all of that costs you 20% to do all of that, you still got another 25% profits to have there. Why hasn't that happened? I think it's because they don't have the physical. I don't think COMEX has the physical. Because if they had the physical, it would already be happening. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this one right here. Marty Party. He says, in my opinion, if Binance is predicting a crypto super cycle, they will have to eliminate all open long futures across crypto. They did on 10/10, October 10th, and will try again, else they risk insolvency. Same for Hyperliquid. Note, the smart play is spot. Be extremely careful with leverage, with lending commodities marking up. The volatility will be insane. Few will survive leverage. That's just logic. It's not personal, he says. And this guy says liquidation maps tell no lies. Amen to that. Oh, wow. Now we really putting our tinfoil hat on. Now we really putting...
I thought you were street smart, bro.
Hey. I don't know, man. I guess it's possible. This is the bombshell right here. I want to show you guys this. So this is what's going on, man. And you know, I had Mike from RTD on. He let me know that last Tuesday or Wednesday, COMEX increased their margin requirement very sneakily. It went under the radar. People didn't even really know this. It was effective really to go into effect on Thursday, going into Friday, which would have explained to me the move down. People had to come up with that money. They increased margin requirements from 9 to 13%. They're about to do it again, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. This is from the CME group. Look, rates will be effective after the close of business on, guess what? Monday, February 22nd, or February 2nd, excuse me. Current rate as of Friday, January 30th. Of course, they slammed it down. Look at these precious metals. Gold. Current initial across the board, 6 to 6.5% for gold. Current maintenance, 6% across the board. New initial, 8% to 8.5%. Look at the new maintenance, 8%. They bumped it up 2 more percent starting Monday. They're going to try to slam us down again, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this shit right here. We were just at 9% margin requirement on last Wednesday going into Thursday, effective Thursday, I believe. And now they're doing it again from 11 now to 15%. Silver futures. So what they're trying to do is get all of the traders out of the market, man. They don't have the ability to give you physical. I'm telling you, they don't have physical. So here's the problem. They can't do this forever, because if the margin requirements get too high, it defeats the purpose of having the COMEX, the futures market. Futures is supposed to be on margin, on leverage. People don't want to just put up dollar for dollar. They want to be able to go in with minimal capital requirements, hedge themselves against XYZ commodity. Potentially, if they have the physical representation of that commodity, they can go into the futures market, hedge it, protect themselves with little capital requirements. if they keep going up, man, it's going to break the COMEX. So I don't know what they're trying to do here. I don't think people are going to, they're not going for this. I think people like us are buying physical. We don't care. We just want to get more physical. Especially if you see what's going on over in China. The spread is too big. And they, I think, even have slammed down the price a little bit. So things are getting real interesting here. Shout out to Jason Lenz. He sent me something on Friday or over the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And he said this. He tweeted, he added me on a tweet of a video. Let me find it. Don't know the accuracy of this, but let's take a look at this. So unknown millionaire said the Chinese gold trading platform has just frozen $19 billion, ladies and gentlemen, in assets. Thousands of investors can no longer withdraw their funds. The platform is offering 20% compensation of their initial gold. The owner is asking for time and claims he has been set up or trapped. This is the same size as the FTX fraud. By the way, I called everyone. Okay, now you clout chasing. I don't care about all that. A lot of people will wish they followed me sooner. Okay. I don't know the validity of this, but we'll see. 0F says, administration meeting with banks tomorrow. Jobs report Friday. Gonna be a fun week. It sure is. I think something's brewing. I think we got something brewing, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this week is going to be very interesting. So buckle your seatbelts. Hold tight. It's going to be a fight tonight. Hit the like button. Share the stream. And, of course, join the team. That's it. I don't have anything else for you. We're still short Bloodalytics on that futures silver play from Thursday. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Scalpalytics Pro, because we should get a nice buy signal. I think we're going to move up. This drop, I'm surprised we didn't move up on Asia Open to kind of at least recapture some of this drop. Markets never just go straight down. I think Monday we'll get a bid under the markets, maybe up 4%. Or at least to this line right here. Previous wick. Right here. Right. So that line. Get a move back up to there. Give you a horizontal line on that. So we'll get a move back there. Potentially. If it doesn't happen in one day. Over 2 days. But I think we should be able to get it in one day. Move back up. Then move back down. And maybe another rollover. But I do see a bounce here before rolling over and heading lower. Chinese market con. I will take some out of this MMA week. Looks like we are back in the good news is bad news. And bad news is more bad news. Shake my head. Hey, man. Might be right, Heidi. Might be right. Might be right. That's it, though, tonight, ladies and gents. Thanks for tuning in. Bloodalytics.com is where you need to go to sign up. If you want to test it out, get your feet wet, you have the opportunity to get a 7-day, free trial of Scalpalytics Pro, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. All you got to do is sign up. Link is in the description, or scan the QR code right here. Create a new account over at WeX. WeX the best. Create yourself a new account with my affiliate link. Deposit at least 100, get 50 bucks. If you deposit more, you get even more than 50 bucks, but minimum you'll get 50 bucks if you deposit 100 bucks. And all you got to do is send me an email with your UID number, or you can DM me, but DMing me on X is not a good look because most of them go to spam and it takes me days and if not a whole week to even check that. So I would say email me, or if you have my Telegram, you can send it there, but email me at algo@cryptoblood.io with your UID number at WeX with your new account and your TradingView username, and I'll set you up for a 5-7 day. I keep saying 7 day free trial. I used to do a 5. Send you another 2 days free trial. That's it, ladies and on the way out, and I will check y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yo, it's Crypto Blood, Detroit flow, screaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are on point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just Bloods do. Bad motherfucker, but in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why Crypto Blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.